Okay, good afternoon, y'all. Yeah, I've come home. I've had my cocktails. I've gotten my bath in, and now we're gonna gab. So, while I was in the bathtub, I sat there and entertained Jacob Whalen. And I even found time to comment. Yeah, he is so, I love the way this man thinks. I really do. And he's not far from me, you know, vicinity wise. I'm in Tennessee, he's in Kentucky. Um, we have and we're in two different um generation identifiers. I'm an X, very much an X. um yes, I was a very neglected child. Parents kicked us out of the house and told us go do, and when the street lights came on, well, I lived in a mobile home park where it was a luxury mobile home park. We had actual yards. We weren't like lined up like this. We were lined up like this. We could have put a fucking triple wide on that bitch. Yeah. The properties in this area were beautiful. They were amazing. Anyway, upstate New York. Yeah, and it's still like that to this day. I could probably go there and yep, that's where I lived, and that's where my best friend, that I grew up with lived, and this was the asshole that. Anyway, there are very large property plots. So it was a manufactured home area. What the hell just dropped? I have absolutely no idea. I'll find it tomorrow. Anyway, so he was talking about a lot of the the different elements of distraction factor. Epstein files, JFK files, UFO disclosure, shit like that. And I've been following a lot of this crap for almost a decade. Yes, if you're wondering why I'm a little kook, yeah, I've been following all of this crap for over a decade. The moon landing. Go to the Y files. JFK. Go to the Y files. PSYOPs. Go to the Y files. I mean, I can give AJ credit for so much crap. It's a wonder this man is still alive. There's a lot of redacted stuff that he puts on his 24-hour watch-alongs. You're not going to be able to find those videos in his, if you go to his profile and you go to videos and you go to look for a particular topic, if you listen to his 24-hour watch-along and chats, those redacted videos, those videos that only members are able to literally queue in and see, members only channels kind of thing, those videos are embedded in there and they're snuck in there. They're just, like the guy who invented the hydrogen engine, all of the amazing engineers and scientists who came up with all this different shit that would literally benefit us as a society. These stories, cancer cures and, all of those, these doctors and or engineers that studied stuff, yeah, they got whacked. That kind of stuff. Yeah, you're not going to find it on his channel. You've got to listen to the 24-hour watch along and chats. There's several out there. Yep, I wake up to him. I put him on because, I'm used to hearing a lot of the stories, having followed him since he first started. There's a lot of interesting content out there that if the title is right, you're going to watch it, right? And he's got that algorithm down. My channel here, yeah, my titles suck. I don't follow the algorithm. I am not looking to get popular. I am hoping that however many, maybe 10 out of the 203 subscribers that I do have, will pass it along to one of their friends. Say, here, you need to check out this. And it's not me. I don't want them to check out me. I want them to check out the person that I thumbnail or the person that I mention. I want them to look that up. I'm just the messenger. I don't want the credibility. Kind of like, for example, I can give a personal example of something that I experienced earlier. That a video that I watched, Michelle, the bartender. I fucking love her, right? The bitch, she's very young, right? She's been divorced, married and divorced 3 times, right? And she brings up a topic that I personally experienced. So she was talking about when your sex drive technically is more exciting than the person that you're with. My daughter is a rainbow child of somebody that had the sex drive of a fucking corpse. A libido of a corpse. I had a friend of mine, after I had been with this man 2 years, her comment exactly was this. After I told her what I got for my birthday from this son of a bitch. She was like, he gave you what? He should have just given you a dildo. It would have been a little bit more personal. And considering the fact that he has a libido of a corpse, from what we talked about, you probably would have gotten more out of it on a personal level. That kind of thing. So yes, I watch a lot of shit. I watch a lot of woodworking channels. I watch a lot of philosophical channels. I watch a lot of psychological channels. I watch a lot of engineering channels. I watch a lot of conspiracy channels. I watch a lot of, people just questioning what the fuck, Chuck? And yeah, we're in that. We are literally standing waist deep quicksand in the what the fuck, Chuck era. 2025, 2026 should literally be named the WTF era. It's too much, too fast, and it's all too weird. Have any of y'all ever watched Chase Hughes? Yes? No? Stop this video and go watch him. Period. Have any of y'all watched Dr. Romney from start to finish? Yes? Okay. No? Stop this video and go watch her. That is where I'm at in this content. This is why I don't get paid for this. There's too much. Now, the Y-Files I love to watch only because it's a lot of the stuff that I've always questioned since I was a child. I mean, I'd come home from school and the news would be on, and I would literally change the channel to Scooby-Doo because I didn't want to hear the negativity. I was one of those kids. My mom would be like, your dad had the news on. No, I don't want to hear it. Change it. It's just dismal. It's sad. I'd be sitting there with a canvas leaned up against cast iron radiator cover over the cast iron radiator with my paints and stuff, painting, watching TV, listening to it mostly, but only entertaining myself with noise. And I could not stand to hear the news come on. Couldn't stand it. I'd rather watch anything but the fucking news. Because it was depressing. And this I discovered in myself when I was about 13 years old. So a lot of the questions that a lot of people who are waking up, I've been awake my entire life. A lot of it just that's the expression on my face when I would be watching most of it. Because it was the same dialogue every channel. I recognized it being the individual that I am. I was a breech child, C-sectioned into life, went without oxygen. I have impeccable pattern recognition. I'm a little late on the uptake on some things. But for the most part, I am one of those anomalies that sees through everybody's bullshit. The one that broke me was the narcissist who was a covert narcissist. Both have military backgrounds. We both work at the same job. We had the same dreams in life. We both wanted a barndominium. We both wanted a lot of land. We both hunt. We both fish. We both do all of these different things that are similar, and we were like twin flame type of people, right? He had me convinced that he was the one for me. And I would talk to him about stuff, and I mentioned him in one of my other videos where I'm talking to like, yeah, he had me convinced that, yeah, everything was going to be like, but who was taking care of my house? And where was he in all the repairs? I was the one ordering the doors. I was the one staying here during the weekend watching the guy install them. I was the one doing this and that and the other thing. He had no involvement. He wanted me to do it all and reap the reward from the sale when it all got done. That kind of guy. So, I mean, I can psychoanalyze that situation all day long. But the point is, we are all questioning the existence that we are living in. And it's, America is a completely different element than Germany. They are a socialist republic. If you haven't got a job, they'll give you one. And if you don't show up for that job, you just go to jail. I mean, it's pretty simple, cut and dry, right? Fuck around, find out. America is too lenient. They're too diplomatic in some degree. Now, and there's some aspects of our policies and whatnot, we need to exercise diplomacy. I've got a contractor who's sitting in Louisiana in a detention center because his son got mad because they were drunk one night, called ICE on him, and got him stuck down there. His wife shows up with the paperwork. They're telling her it's fake. Yet, the kid goes and contracts a job. He does the job, and he goes $4,500 over budget. Now, if Daddy was here, Daddy wouldn't have done that. Yes, they are Mexicans. Daddy, I love Daddy. Daddy's great. Daddy's a good shit. I liked working with him. I liked going to his jobs. I was diplomatic with him as he was diplomatic with me. Like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, dude. All right, what do we need to do? Move. Rearrange the living room. Give me some room. All right, I got you. Yet, on the same side of the fence, we got this one contract who hires a bunch of immigrants who doesn't check visas or anything like that. The ice got called on them and their whole fucking crew was gone. Karma. They're assholes to us. Good. I'm glad they're gone. Political stuff that matters. That's the stuff that I look at. Now, my sister, she's on sociological thing. So, she's worried about the trans debate and the gay debate. And crap like that. And I'm like, I don't really care. If you've got a full beard and wearing a dress and you go into a girl's bathroom, I'm going to say something. Period. But if you look like a woman and you go into a woman's bathroom, I'm probably not going to say nothing. You got Alexis Blake and, Blair White. Yeah, they looked apart. I ain't going to say nothing. Because that's not their intention. They're not perverted. They've got, identity dysphoria. There's a difference. Huge difference. Lily Tino, pervert, weirdo. Fucking peace out, dude. You can wear a dress and get implants all day long if you want. You're a fucking weirdo. You're putting your life and your influence on children. You're a weirdo. Blair White never did that. Alexis Blake never did that. There's, God, I can't even pronounce it. There are, gender swap it's kind of like a dysfunction. Klinefelter's syndrome. Where it's a double X or a double Y kind of thing. I was in the military with one. Yep. And he fighted in me because he knew I had a medical background and I had a rational mind and I wouldn't put all his business out there. And he explained it and I understood. But he was very feminine in his, features. He could have been a runway model kind of guy. Had he, pursued the dramatization of it, kind of thing. Super cool guy. Where he is now, I have no idea. He was a friend on Facebook forever. But, I mean, it just goes for saying there's so many different topics out there that have eluded the general public from being able to see the real goings on. What's going on in our country? What's going on within our government? And sadly, you know, nations have fallen and disappeared. You know, you got the Roman Empire. You know, Alexander the Great. What is it? Attila the Hun. Byzantine. Caligula. Historically, empires have fallen. Not because of bad leadership. Not because of bad leadership. Because of bad tactic. Egomaniacal thinking. I can honestly say, with all my heart and soul, that being born an American and having witnessed and knowing all of some of the dirt and ugliness within our infrastructure, I will honestly say, and I will hold true to it till the day I fucking die. 9/11 was an inside job. And the CIA is fucking evil. As an American, go ahead, hunt me down. Whack me. What kind of voice do I have? I don't give a shit. I do construction. However many people are going to listen to this, I don't care. I have 203 followers. 203. I have more friends on Facebook than I have subscribers on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I pour concrete for a living. I drive a mixer. And I'm good at it. And I love it. If my voice intimidates the masses that bad, that means they're fucking weak. And they're pathetic. So, just to let you know, I am a veteran. I am a 3-time combat veteran. No, I am not suicidal. No, I am not out to end my life because my life sucks. I have no fucking issues other than I need somebody to come in and help me remodel this bitch. I could do it. I just need to take a couple months off from work. But conscientiously, I don't want to stiff my company like that. That's why I don't take the time off. When you watch my videos, take notes. If you didn't, go back, watch, start taking notes. I'm not going to stomp my foot on the ground and let you know that's important. Making you watch and pay attention. Alex Jones. I can't stand listening to that motherfucker. I cannot stand listening to his voice. It makes me absolutely crazy. But the content that comes out it when I do get a wild hair or drunk enough to endure it, he's spot on. The QAnons, Yes, I was following that. Yes. That's the breadcrumb trail from hell. If you didn't follow it, go look it up. Go try to follow it. Everything that leads up to today was predicted 5 years ago. Things that make you go, Y'all have a good night, y'all. I'm going to try to figure out what the hell I'm going to eat. It's the one moment where I'm going to say GLP sucks because I really can't think of anything I want to eat right now. Yo, peace. Pray for each other. Have a good night. Be safe.